So what's my story? How did I end up in care? Well, as a newborn baby, my mother actually left me in a supermarket and never returned. This was due to the fact that she had schizophrenia. However, when she was better, I then went back into her care. But unfortunately, she had a relapse. And because of this, I encountered many near-death experiences due to the severity of her psychosis. There we go. Now, because of the nature of her health, we often slept on the streets because she believed that there was actually demons in our home. She would often physically attack me because she would believe that I was working against her. Well, at least that's what her paranoia would have told her. And the list continues, but we won't dwell on that too much. I will save that when I write my life story book. Now, as a result of this, I was placed within several different foster homes as nobody really had the capacity to care for me in the way that I desired. This often led me feeling isolated, abandoned, rejected, unstable. You know it. The list goes on, right? However, it wasn't until I got to my 10th foster carer that everything actually started to change for me. And I was lucky enough to actually stay with her for about 10 years. And I still visit her to this day. So what changed? What made this foster carer stand out from the rest? What made this placement last just over 10 years when some placements didn't even last a month? What was it that this foster carer had that others didn't have? Well, it was her persistence and determination, her commitment to not give up, seeing the bigger picture, having the faith for change, not seeing my work in progress as my final destination, helping me face the things that I was afraid of, bringing me to a place of acceptance and to a place of recovery, and most importantly, going the extra mile and making those very valuable investments. Now, as a result of having that necessary stability in my life, I have been able to achieve my university degree, having left school with no GCSEs, becoming an author at the age of 24. I'm not 24 anymore. I'm 30 this year. Become a CEO of a social enterprise that now supports care leavers. Become a consultant for local authorities, as well as develop curriculums and design training in order for foster carers to provide the best care for their young people. So why do I tell you this? I tell you this because there is hope. When a child first enters foster care and presents to you very challenging behaviour, oftentimes the problem lies with them and not professionals. A child that has a rough beginning is really just looking for that fairy tale ending, like I was. And it's really for the social workers, foster carers, and other professionals to work together to try to give them just that. So during my time in care, what was good social work practice versus what wasn't? For me, good social work practice consisted of the following: having a good social worker that actually wanted to spend time with me and to get to know me for who I truly was, opposed to what had been written about me on paper. Social workers that would champion my success and cheer me on. Social workers that would go the extra mile, even if it meant staying past 5 p.m. on a weekday to help me out. Social workers that would check in on me just to see how I was doing, not because there was anything for them to gain. Now, on the contrary, for me, bad social work practice consisted of the following: social workers only visiting me to complete a tick box exercise, social workers not sticking around, not saying bye, and then being introduced to different ones every single month. Social workers not preparing effectively for court hearings, and as a result, not being able to represent me very well in front of judges. Social workers not making a quicker judgments when they are concerned about the welfare of a child, potentially causing the child even greater danger. And lastly, the failure to match a young person appropriately with the right foster carer, resulting in the young person then being moved to several different foster homes. Now for my final recommendations. I would challenge every social worker to be a social worker of value, someone who is passionate about their job, not because of the paycheck at the end of the month. Be someone that actually cares about the authentic nature of a young person and what it is that they go through, and actually have a heart for young people. I would also recommend reading books on adverse childhood trauma for you to better understand the young people that you're actually called to. This will help you not only relate to them, but will also increase your empathy on the experiences that children in care actually go through. And lastly, commit to your role like you would commit to your own biological children, as this will allow your young people to really see that you actually care and that you're not just in this role for fun. Thank you guys for listening. That's it. I know it's very short.